All right, you guys. Well, it's our first team call of 2019. So I am so thrilled that you guys made a commitment to be on here. I am just going to mute everybody if you don't mind. I know everybody's got their respective background noises, and honestly, I don't know how quiet mine's going to be. But I'm just thrilled you guys are here. There's a lot of amazing things that we can accomplish this year, and we're going to do it together as a team. We're going to grow immensely over this year, and it's going to be because of the culture that we have within Team Empowered to Change and all of our little micro teams that, are a result of our growth. So the fact that you're here, the fact that you're a part of this organization, you guys should really, really be excited about it. And not to mention just be super stoked at the timing because freaking Transform 20 launches next week. And the energy that's surrounding that is like unreal, you guys. So don't think that it's too late to invite for it. You still can invite people into the coach test group up until January 31st. So just because they're not starting day one, if they don't have their stuff, don't think you can't still invite. I highly encourage you to continue to invite up and through, even when you start. So it's not just like, oops, I missed the boat. Like you invite every single day. And that's what this call is going to be about, is I want to talk to you guys how you can make your 2019 coaching year to be super intentional and make it what you want. So I've got 4 tips that I want to talk about, but I just wanted to highlight the fact that this is a really amazing time to jump on the energy train behind everything that is surrounding Transform 20. Autumn's ultimate portion fix comes out in March. So we get to be responsible for the information that is coming to us from Beachbody. So I want you guys to really take ownership of that and be resourceful, right? So if you're a new coach, it could be completely overwhelming with the amount of information that's coming in. So just do your best to just absorb it in bits that you can and implement it when you can, okay? So I don't really plan to take a ton of your time this evening because everybody's got so much going on. And I just want you guys to get on, feel excited, and get off and be able to go finish time with your family. Or if this is your Beachbody working time, get to doing the things that are most important to moving your business forward, okay? So I really want to encourage you guys to show up to these team calls, or at least put them on your books to watch the recording the next day. They're generally just going to be filled with nuggets that are going to help you. The goal is not to waste your time. It's really not. So these calls are important. Showing up for events are really important. Super Saturday is this coming weekend, and we call them super weekends. So it could be a Friday event, a Saturday event, or a Sunday event in your market. So if you haven't registered for one yet, you guys, please, if you have any intention of making this a business, go to one. Okay. And if you're like, hey, there's none in 2-hour radius of me, host your own. If you're an Emerald, I think, or above, you can host your own. Wendy Anderson's hosting one. She's never done it before. She's hosting it in her home just for her and her small little team. You guys, it's just a great way to just kind of get your feet wet. But being a part of these events is really what's going to have people on the outside that are watching you go, oh my God, they're having such a great time. So don't discount these events, even if you're a new coach, because I'm telling you, you'll get so much out of it. Kiana did a great job on our January calendar. So that's in our team page. We're trying to correspond and add it to the Google calendar that is matches that the pretty calendar that Kiana had put together. So if you use iCal, if you use Google Calendars, they should sync to your calendar. There is a link in our page to do it. So make sure you go and tie that to your phone. I don't know how it works with Android, so I apologize. I'm an iPhone user, but everything syncs to my calendar. In fact, somebody actually said they're going to Cirque du Soleil on the team calendar. So I hope it was a blast. So just make sure you're careful when you plug something into your calendar if it's not related to the team, because generally the admin or your leadership is going to be putting stuff on the calendar unless it's something that we've all talked about and so is going to do an impromptu event. Make sure you have, make sure it's approved by somebody, or you let somebody know you're putting it up there and you just kind of watch like, oh, I got to make sure I'm putting this on my personal calendar versus putting it up for the team to know that I have an appointment with my gynecologist, right? Sorry, hold on. First, somebody wants to call me. Okay, So I have 4 tips, you guys, on how you could supercharge your 2019. This is not anything you guys have not heard, but it's really just, and there might be some new coaches that go, oh my God, that makes sense. It totally clicks. And that's what I want you guys to get out of this, okay? This is when we're like super focused and everybody's motivated. It's a new year, new goals. Maybe didn't accomplish what they wanted in 2018. Maybe 2018 was the building blocks for what is going to happen this year. And that's what I want you to think about. I don't want anybody to come out of 2018 feeling down, regretful, whether you didn't hit the rank you wanted to, or you did and you lost it right away, or whatever it is. Like, that was last year. Like, this is this year. Live in the present. Okay. So my first top tip, you guys, is visualize what you want this business to be. We had an amazing vision board party last week. And if you missed it, it was recorded. Sarah put it up on our team page. It was just so moving because out of the 17 people that were on live, a good majority of us shared the one thing we wanted to accomplish, and it was in 4 categories. And you can go through the actual exercise because the PDF was uploaded underneath the video, so go check that out. But there was 4 categories in your life that you want to accomplish in 2019: financial, personal, business, and physical. And everybody shared something that was really deep and emotional. And this is what I want to tell you guys about the visualization of your business, okay? Beachbody is the vehicle to help you accomplish what you want out of 2019. And I want you to think of it that way instead of your vision board being filled with accolades Beachbody. Like, nobody strives to be Beachbody famous because in the real world, that doesn't matter to anybody. Like, those accolades are amazing because that just goes to show how much influence you had on people in your life. But what are those accolades going to mean to your life? What is it going to improve? What is it going to give you? So I want you to really visualize what that is, and how is Beachbody going to serve that and fulfill that kind of big goal, that big scary goal. So not so much big scary goal is to going for 10-star, 5-star, 2-star this year. Maybe the big scary goal is to buy a new house or remodel or go back to school or pay off your debt, right? That has to be super intentional and purposeful to you and your family. And I want it to be emotional. Some of the stories, again, you guys, were just so deep. And that's what makes our team what it is that we are just, we're so awesome. We really are. I couldn't think of anything more creative to say than that. But in Dawn's words, we are just awesome. We just truly love each other, right? I mean, we genuinely love each other. We've seen some of the most heart-wrenching things that some of us have gone through. And guess what? Like, we are the first people on the front lines to be right behind that person and lift them back up. And that's what our team is about. That's the culture that we are attracting onto our team. So I want you to visualize the person that you are helping this year. Who is that individual? What do they look like? And what is that vision for your business going to be? What is Beachbody going to allow you to do as a result of the success that you've done? Okay. So visualize. That is my first tip. And actually have it written out. Have a picture. I'm going to create an album on our team page and encourage you guys to drop your vision boards in there, because you guys need to be checking off things that you're accomplishing that are just that stepping stone to get you to where you want to be by the end of the year. Okay. And who knows, maybe you get there by mid-year. That would be so rad. My second tip is be intentional. Be super intentional with your time. When you show up to do your Beachbody activities, do your Beachbody activities that are the scariest first, right? So those of you that have read Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like, do the scary shit first. And that might be the invitations for you. That might be posting something really vulnerable on social media at peak time, right? That's usually like first thing in the morning, or it's like at nighttime, maybe 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock your time. Might be when everybody's trolling their feeds and boom, there's your very vulnerable, raw, real story, and it stops them in their tracks. And they're like, holy shit, that was amazing. I needed that in my life. And I just have that much more appreciation for her for sharing that. But your time needs to be intentional. You can't be the scroller. You cannot show up in your Beachbody dedicated time to scroll Facebook or scroll Instagram and tell yourself you're doing market research. Like, that doesn't count. It's not going to move you into what you're going to accomplish in 2019 if you spend your time scrolling through Facebook, right? And there's I know that there's some app, Chad Pink's like our total tech guru on this. Somebody might know, and if you do, drop it in the comments or in the chat box. But there's something on your desktop browser that can shut off the news feed. So if you are using Facebook to message and follow up your messenger, and you're not going back and getting caught in that scroll feed. So just use the time to be intentional, set timers for yourself. Sit down and go, okay, I have 45 minutes. What am I going to do? You're going to, you guys are going to love what I just did. I told this to my Diamond internship folks, and my beta group got a snippet of it because they were a very instrumental part on this whole tracker for 2019. Look what I did. I printed out 52 copies of the 2019 tracker. How rad am I? And you guys should be rad too and go do this. This is number 3. You guys, as being intentional kind of ties right into it. You've got to track your business. Like, I'm not kidding around. The gals that I'm working with that said, I want to show up and I'm going to do something for 6 weeks with you. And they like literally aligned themselves and said, I will do anything you tell me to do for 6 weeks. And so my beta group that did this with me towards the end of the year, the 6 weeks kind of leading into the end of 2018, this is what they followed. And so now we have the framework of tracking. And if you guys don't track your business, you will not know who the hell you're talking to or who the hell to follow up with. And when you go, well, I'm not hitting Success Club, well, why not? Where's your tracker? What are you doing? If you're doing these 4 vitals, which actually were revised, if you guys watched Carl's National Wake Up Call this morning, he talked about why some of these behaviors, these vitals were changed. Because our behaviors in general are changing. The way we influence each other, the way that we talk to each other, the way we invite is different than when it was, 10 years ago when I became a coach. Like 10 years ago, I made every mistake no one should ever do. And that's what I try and teach you guys with social media stuff. But this is like very simple, dumbed down that even the seasoned 5-star, 10-star, superstar diamond coach should be doing, as well as the brand new coach. It couldn't be more plain as day. And I made it into a spiral notebook because I am expecting this of those that want to be in my diamond internship. And so I have to model that too. So every week I'm going to be talking about my why. And every week I'm going to be referring to my target market. And every week it starts on a Thursday because that's how our pay cycle works. And I'm tracking what I'm doing. My behaviors on social media, I'm tracking them. And then on the flip side of it, I'm tracking all my conversations of people. These are the ones that I've just had today. And my follow-ups. It is so stupid simple, right? It takes all the guesswork out of what we should be doing. It takes all the guesswork out of, should I put it on Google Sheets? Should I do this? Should I do that? Which tracking system should I use? Should I go and do Google? Whatever. You might have multiple systems, but just keep it really simple, right? And Kiana's word for the year, simplify or simplicity, keeps coming into my mind when I'm thinking about this because you have to simplify how you build your business. If you overthink it, you overthink the conversations you have, if you overthink who to invite, you're missing the whole idea behind this, right? Because if you overthink inviting somebody that you see constantly show up on your Instagram because that's when you're dedicating the time that you've gotten all your Beachbody invites and follow-ups out of the way that you can warrant that time. Guess what? If you're not inviting them, I might be. And then you go, God dang it. Why didn't I invite that person? They went on with the next coach because you missed out on inviting them. I can't tell you how many coaches I have missed out on, amazing coaches, because I didn't think to invite them because I assumed they wouldn't be interested because they go to the gym. They're a personal trainer. They do CrossFit. They like Orange Theory. They're in another MLM, right? Maybe their MLM sucks and they hate it and they're just clawing at it to make it work, but they're miserable. So don't ever underestimate the idea to invite everybody and anybody to what we do. And the invitation process has changed. It's not these hey girl messages anymore. That was like 2017, maybe the beginning of 2018. Right? It was also, hey girl, I just love your feed and, sorry for being so forward, but I just wanted to invite you into my challenge group. It starts on January 14th and it's with a new trainer, the guy that does Insanity, like he's so rad and like blah, verbal diarrhea, right? And how many of those messages have you gotten? And what do you want to do? You want to like puke on them and then you want to respond to them and go, are you kidding me? This is the most annoying message ever. And I know you're in an MLM. I get those all day long. They're usually the hair gals, and God bless them. And I tell them, hey, Chevy, get down. I tell them that I appreciate it, that they sent me that message, and I let them know I'm a Beachbody coach, and I actually teach my team how to effectively run an online business with the direct messaging. And so, hey, if you want to be a part of that, let me know. But thank you for thinking of me. I'm good. So I'm always, kind and respectful, but it just, we have to move away from the hey girl messages, hey guy, hey bro, whatever, and talk to our friends. You got to think as if you're sitting across from your very best friend and you talk like a trucker to them, then you talk like a trucker to them. I mean, I will say be mindful of some of the F-bombs because some people that rubs them the wrong way, especially if you've never had correspondence. But if you're just kind of like a little bit unpolished in how you talk, great. That's the person that's going to be attracted to your vibe and be attracted to be on a team with you because they're like, I love how real and raw you are. And that's probably the one thing that the feedback I get when I ask people, hey, just curious, why do you follow me? And they say, you know what? I love how real and raw you are. You're very unscripted. You're very unfiltered. You're just completely transparent. And I really appreciate it. And that's the only way I know. I don't know how to script my posts. I don't know how to pre-plan them. I suck at that actually. And, Dawn will appreciate this because I think she knows this about me, but I am not type A. Like I can't have it all. Like I'm not a school teacher. So I don't have everything mapped out for 12 weeks. Right. And like, I'm in awe of Rebecca and how she's mapped it all out for you guys, but I'm like, oh my God, that makes my head spin. But that's good. Like some people need that, but you just need to go back and talk to the people like you'd be talking to your best friend. Don't think how you want them, how you think they want to hear from you. That doesn't sound natural. Right. So just don't overthink it. Just like 1-2 lines, boom, send it out. And then, follow back up. Don't be like Johnny on the spot either, because then they'll be like, oh, she's desperate. And there's a ton of Instagram trainings, you guys. I don't mean to go into this whole like direct messaging thing and training on it. There's a lot of training. And if you go into the Beachbody Champions page, Jen Richardson, she's done like 2 Instagram trainings. Jatana Jackson's done Instagram training. Janelle Summers had a great one with a gal named Kayla Banyas. I think that was her last name. Erica, I know you posted it. It was a great hour-long training on Instagram. Okay. So there's tons of ways to leverage and learn about Instagram. Okay. My last piece of advice for you guys, and then I want to open it for any Q&As. Treat your business on how you want it to treat you. Okay. So that just means if you want this to be a side hustle and just kind of something fun and lighthearted, then that's okay. Don't put pressure on yourself to be, Success Club 10, Emerald, moving yourself to Diamond, if that is not meaningful to you. But if you want to get rid of the situation that you're in, impact as many lives as you can because you love this, then treat your business as that, because this is going to be a vehicle to be able to provide, accessory things in your life that maybe your full-time job can't and never will be, right? Some people don't want to quit their job, and that is so cool because you love your job. Maybe you love your coworkers, you love what you do, the impact you have on those around you, and that's rad. It's really cool. Wendy told me that she loves her job. Sarah loves her job, right? But I love my job, and this is my full-time job. So you have to find what is your thing and what you want Beachbody to treat you like. If you want it to pay you as a full-time business, you need to treat it like a full-time business. And if you don't show up to your job, your boss fires your ass, right? And the same thing with this business. If you want it to pay you, 5 figures a year, then show up for 5 figures a year. If you want it to pay you 6 figures a year, you need to show up as if you're going to get your ass fired or a pink slip if you don't show up, right? I mean, it just is what it is. So it's kind of cut and dry like that, but you have to know what is your intention of this business and not compare yourself or think that you have to be at this certain level to appease somebody. I continue to have people say, I don't want to let you down, Taryn. I want to do this for you. And it's like, no. You don't do this for me because you're not my employee. You're doing this to fulfill something in your life. And I just get to partner with you alongside of you and just, collaborate and share ideas and cheer you on when you succeed at those things. You're not going to let me down if you don't show up. That's on you because this is your business. And I want you to be fulfilled with it, whether it's just a joy thing for you, it's just something to keep you busy. If it's something that is going to help you quit your job, then that's what we're going to do. And that's how we're going to treat it. All right. So those were just my 4 tips for going into this year, supercharged, but really simplified and intentional. Visualize what you want this to be. Okay. Visualize it, like truly visualize it, and tell yourself that every single day. It's an affirmation. And if you're not journaling or doing affirmations of sorts, I really encourage you guys to do that, because amazing things happen when you visualize and you write those affirmations down day in and day out. You will make a significant change in your life. Be intentional with your time. Set timers if you have to. Do not let outside influences distract you. If it's time to do your personal development, you just turn off all the noises and you do your personal development. You don't have Facebook running. You don't have kids running around. You don't be cooking while you're trying to do something that's going to help you move your business along. Okay? And I challenge you guys. I put this in my Mom Strong group. Anyone else that's doing Mel Robbins Mindset Reset? Yes. Okay. Anyone going to do her challenge about your phone? And putting this bad boy not in your room for many, many reasons. And I love that she said that. I've never put it in my room. I've always charged it out in the kitchen. I challenge you guys to do that. It'll change your life. It'll change how you get up and get out of bed. Okay. And if it's your alarm clock, then put it in the bathroom or in another room. So you have to get your ass up and go and find it. Third one was track. Make sure you're tracking your business so you know where you're at. Because then if you say, I'm not hitting Success Club at all, I'm not making a paycheck, I'm going to say, well, let me see your tracker. It's kind of like, to be mindset. I'm not losing any weight. Well, let me see what you're eating. Well, I haven't been writing down what I've been eating. Okay, there we go. Problem solved. Now we know. And then lastly, treat your business as you want it to treat you. That's it. So I wanted to open the floor. There's a ton of chats, you guys. I apologize. I didn't pay attention. Otherwise I would have been too distracted. But does anybody have anything they want to? Let me just scroll through here and see. Oh, Christine, I'm so jealous. You're going to see Sean T. Oh, so jealous. Can't wait to be rad like you. I love that idea. I keep losing. Oh, yay. Thanks, Allison. I didn't get the idea from me. I got it from Carl. I think he said it in the roundtable. He was printing off 52 pages. And so I sent it to Staples today and I had them coil it and it cost me $65. So, but you know what? It's here, it's done. And I know that now I can't go back. Did you get that printed at Staples? Yep, I sure did, Jess. Staples. Printing mine out right now. I need a simple, good way of tracking who I'm talking to. Yep. The Mindset Reset. Oh my God, it's amazing, you guys. Putting in a 3-ring binder. Great. Whatever works for you guys. Yes. Kayla. Oh, good, Erica. I'm glad you posted that. Kayla, follow it. Maybe you can tag her or put her name in the chat box as to what her handle is on Instagram. She's awesome. I don't know if she's a Beachbody. I don't think she's a Beachbody coach, but she teaches people how to run like MLM businesses, and her niche are Beachbody coaches.
I think she is a Beachbody coach.
She might be. She's probably under Janelle, I would imagine. But I think her main business is teaching people Instagram. Yeah. Oh, Melissa, sorry, Erica, I just keep saying that you did, but Melissa had shared the training. Somebody did. Oh, there's a Facebook group for the Hey Girl Challenge. I love it. Okay. She is with me. Okay, cool. Anybody want to unmute themselves and have a question? I don't know if we have new coaches on here. I see a lot of familiar faces. So I just want to make sure that you guys feel like this is an opportunity for you guys to have the floor too, and it's not just me talking at you guys.
I have a question.
Yes.
So I have a friend from work that does Beachbody.
Okay.
We've been talking back and forth because she sees my posts on Facebook and on Instagram. And she just recently messaged me about an accountability group. So how would I go about doing that with her and possibly, like, I guess, getting her so that I'm her coach and getting her into an accountability group?
Love this question. So Monica has been doing, just to give you guys a little background, she's been doing Beachbody for quite some time as kind of a discount coach, which is fair, right? And she's like, hey, I'm ready to supercharge. I'm going for it. She just had a baby, so she is going full steam. I love it. So this is great. So Monica, what I would do is I would first send her the form, which I can email it to you, to have her switch to you as a coach. You can even do it for her. All you need is her email and her zip code, and then, you know, her first and last name. And you can actually have the process in place for her to switch to you as a coach. And then I assume that maybe you're inviting her in for Transform 20. And if so, I would just invite her into the My Challenge Tracker app, the one that we have running together. Unless you're like, hey, I've got like 10 chicks, they're ready to go, then let's talk about how you could start your own. But I would just get her into something that's already going until you're like, okay, I'm starting to get this. I've got 3-4 people coming in every month. I'm ready to branch out and do my own. New coaches should definitely attach themselves to their upline coach that are running challenge groups. The reason why I say that is because it takes the pressure off of you to run your own, to come up with your own content, to feel like you have to be on all the time. But I also think that when they see that there is another influence of people, there's a community behind this challenge group, they're more apt to continue and go forward because they're going to feed off that energy. And then what I would suggest is you take, maybe if you have 2 or 3 that are ready to go with you, as you take them into a small little message pod, whether it's on Facebook or in a text message, so you can really be connected to them individually, so they feel like, I'm getting Monica's attention and this is my tribe, and you're just kind of like really loving on them. Did that help?
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yes. Well, and shoot me a message. I'll help you through it too.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions?
Hey guys. My gosh, I miss you all so much. So my question is to Taryn and Rebecca pertaining to the leadership pod that we have going on, the leadership. I want to, and I know that Taryn and I, we spoke about this before, creating some sort of diamond retreat and make it an initiative so that our downline coaches, our PS coaches can have kind of like a checklist of things that they need to do and a time frame. I'm sure you guys would all love that, right? Like you see all these, you know, rock star coaches hosting diamond retreats for their organization. And I think it's so cool. And it's something that we really want to start this year. So what do you think about that, ladies? Taryn, Rebecca?
I love the idea. I think that having it open to those people that want to put in the work to be able to get there and have a tiered vision as to, you know, kind of like Summit. You can go right now, there's, you know, for newer coaches, you can earn trip dollars to be put towards your hotel room. Kind of the same idea. And I want it to be something that everybody looks forward to. I've been wanting to do a retreat for years, but I've always felt like I had to be the one to fund it all. And quite honestly, you guys, our team is so big. I got to win the lottery to be able to get you guys all there. I would love to get everybody there, but I also think that if you want to show up to be there, then you're going to find a way to do it. And I think that when you are around these people, it would be so fun to do kind of, you know, away from Summit and, you know, away from these leadership retreats, and it just be fun and light. I love it.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm thinking maybe we can even talk to Kiana, because there's Airbnbs that are huge, right? So let's say 3 or 4 of us get together and we take like 3 to 5 PS coaches each, you know, because we're all about elite or bust moving forward, right? Like I saw everything that Taryn did and I'm sitting here recovering and I'm like, yes, girl, rock it. And I want some of that juice, but I feel like we need incentives and we need things to kind of like, you know, dangle a carrot for people to want to win that, to earn that, right? Wouldn't that be cool, guys?
Dude, I want you to dangle me some pizza.
Vegan pizza?
Dawn is like, I will go diamond for pizza. I will go star diamond. Just give me pizza and a beer.
Taylor Jerry, not beer.
There's huge energy there when you start to dangle things like that. When there's like, because once you have one, you create that FOMO, and when you're the coach that maybe didn't get to go because for whatever reason, but really it comes down to you didn't earn it, and you know that you could have taken your 52 sheets and put everything into place and earned whatever it is you're going to earn, then you start to realize how doable it is. And if you watch the National Wake Up Call today, Carl had that puzzle, that thing that looks like a trophy that you get to put together. I mean, we could have it be that you have to have a certain, amount of those pieces or something that's like a trophy that you kind of have to earn, or the base or whatever. I don't know, but a retreat.
So here's what I'm going to propose. Okay. Denise, we start a thread on our team page, and I would love to hear from coaches, everybody on here, and those that listen to the recording. What would you want to, what would you work towards going to? What would make you want to go? Maybe that's not the right question, but what incentive would you work towards to earn this trip? Maybe that's what I'm kind of going for, because it has to be something worthwhile for you. It has to be something that you'd get up for in the morning to do. Like, dude, in 6 months, I could be going to, this VRBO to go hang out with Denise. Like, that would be like my dream. That's a thing that I want you guys to be motivated to work towards. So maybe we have a thread to hear from you guys, because that will help us. I don't want to just say, here it is, and you guys are like, I don't really give a shit. Is that cool? All right. Anything else from anybody? We've got some really great shares here on our chat box. So you guys grab any of the links that you want to. I'm going to pop this recording in our team page. I appreciate you guys all for being on. We have to get a team selfie though before we go. So if you have a second and you could pop on with your video so we could get a little picture, that would be awesome. No judgment on your backgrounds. 3, 2, 1, cheese. Yay. You guys are all so cute. Oh my God, somebody's yelling in my background, so I better get off. But that's what I got for you guys. I wanted to quick and to the point. I hope it was helpful for you guys. I'll load it in our team page so the others can take what they can. I will put in a photo album for us to share our vision boards, and also encourage you guys to please make sure you attend Super Weekend somewhere. Take lots of photos, meet people that you've never met before. Go up to Carl if he's there. Go up to Shanti, touch them. I don't care. Just be there and just be super stoked and walk away going, I'm so glad I did that. And I got out of my comfort zone. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I went up and talked to Shanti. Whatever, whoever it is. Dawn looks like she's got something to say. No? Okay. She was just agreeing with me. All right, my dog's ringing the bell at the back door. I better go let her out before she craps on my floor. So it's not a kid, it's a dog. All right. Bye, you guys.